Hey coin collectors, and welcome to the DC Coin World International coin channel. And today we're going to talk about the 2009 Native American dollar, but what we see on top here is the Sacajawea dollar from 2008. And you can see when you look at it, 2008, you see the P there underneath for the Philadelphia Mint, Sacajawea facing to the right, Liberty above her head, and God We Trust behind her. And Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau, her baby, is on her back. And then way down in here we see GG for Glenna Goodacre, who was the engraver of this coin. From 2000 to 2008, they had the same front on the Sacajawea dollars, and they had the same reverse. And it was this reverse right here. You see it says United States of America, $1, E pluribus unum, and that's the Thomas D. Rogers, TDR, I believe is a junior, who was engraver of the back. And then on the side we had a smooth edge. Well, in 2009 they said, why don't we move from the Sacajawea dollar to the Native American dollar? We'll leave Sacajawea on the front. We'll put a different Native American themed back on every coin from then on. So from 2009 on, we've had a different reverse every year. Let's look at what some of the differences are on here. So in 2008, the year in the mint mark are on the front. 2009, they're not. In 2008, all this information is on the back, including the words, the two words $1. And we see on the back here it says $1, no E pluribus unum on the back. And so where are the dates and where is the E pluribus unum? We'll talk about that as we tip these coins up, and you'll actually be able to see that right on the edge. You can see the stars there. And then you can see the date, 2009 P, and then you can see that it says E pluribus unum. So they came up with what they call edge lettering. They also use that on the presidential dollars. So we'll look at these coins and we'll look at their value and we'll look at the different versions of this coin that you can get in the video that's coming up. In 2009, they also changed the pennies, the only year that they had done this. And because it was Lincoln's 200th anniversary of his birth, they came out with the 4 Lincoln pennies. Here's the early years here. Here's the formative years here. Here he's in front of the Illinois State House in his legislative years. And then in his presidential years, what they did was they put the building of the Capitol on the back of the coin. But the 2009 Lincoln 1 cent or pennies are going to be in a different video. So look for that video out there. We're going to focus today on the Sacajawea dollars from 2009. We have $3 here from the year 2009. 2 of them are the satin finish coins, which come in the uncirculated mint sets, and one of them is the proof set coin, or the San Francisco mint coin, and you can clearly tell the difference between the 3 and that proof set coin. Well, if we tip it up, we can really get it to shine over here, can't we? And that's going to be the San Francisco mint coin. We don't know which coins these are just by looking at the front of them. Well, on the front of them is Sacajawea. This is Sacajawea with her child. It says Liberty at the top and God We Trust behind her. Her child, Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau. And then down here we have a G and a G. And let's magnify that up a little bit. And that's for Glenna Goodacre, who was the engraver of these coins. If we look at the back of the coins, we see that it is the famous Three Sisters reverse. And this one's got a die crack in it. Isn't that cool? So, and I actually hadn't noticed that because we just took these out of the packaging. So this one's got a die crack in it, so we'll save this one out. Very cool. Probably worth something more than the regular coin just because the die cracks are reasonably hard to find in these, and they have some pretty good quality control. So let's keep that one out and keep that one around. So what is going on the back? Well, it says United States of America. Down here it says $1, and you can see it's a dollar sign and a 1. It doesn't say the word DOLLAR on here. It is a Native American woman, and she's in the garden, and she's planting. Behind her, we see that there is corn. On the ground down here, we see that there is squash, and these are beans. The so-called Three Sisters, squash, beans, and corn, which kind of have a symbiotic relationship in a garden together. Staples for our Native Americans, simply because they're all, or gourds and whatever, that can keep How do you tell what year it is? Well, that's the interesting thing, and let's move these two out of the way. If on these coins, there are two types. There is the type A, which if you tip it up on the front and tip it up, it reads correctly when you tip it. So let's see if this one reads correctly. This doesn't. So when Sacajawea is facing up, these words are facing down. See how it says unum? So you actually have to turn it upside down to read it right. E pluribus unum. And this is a 2009 P for Philadelphia. So if it is facing down like that, then we know that it is position A. This one's a position A. Sacajawea is facing up. The words and letters are facing down. This one here, and that was a P. Let's tip this one up. And this one up, we tip it up, and it's a type B. So the words are facing up, as is Sacajawea. If we turn it around to the side, we see this is a, let's see if we can get it, 2009 D. So that's a Denver mint. Now, is there any value to type A or type B? Well, the type B at the Philadelphia mint is the expensive one. It's sold for over $1,900 for an MS-68. The type B at the Denver mint is the least expensive one. But the type A at the Denver mint, so if it's facing upside down at the Denver mint, that's really what we're looking for. Type A has sold for like $2,000. So if you can get this one at the Denver mint and it's an MS-69, it's sold for over $2,000. So those are our two. Now, the other coin that we have here is the San Francisco mint coin. And when we tip this one up, we see it still has the GG on there, E pluribus. And let's go to the year and the mint mark on here. And you notice it's a little different. It just feels a little different, looks a little different color because it is a different coating on there. 2009, and we can see right there clearly, well, if we don't magnify it quite so much, the S right there. So this is a San Francisco mint coin. Well, how many did they make? Well, when you break these coins down, you need to break down how many of the satin finish coins did they make, and how many of the regular mint coins did they make, and how many of the S mint coins did they make. 2009 S, this one right here from San Francisco Mint's worth about $6 in this condition. They made 2.18 million. 2009 D, the satin finish, they made 784,000, so this one's worth about $4. 2009 D, without the satin finish, they made 34 million. It's worth about $2. 2009 P with the satin finish, 784,000, worth about $4. And 2009 P without the satin finish, they made 37 million. It's worth about $2. We talked about how Glenna Goodacre is the engraver on the front, and is right there. And then we should also talk about who the engraver on the back is. And on the back is the famous N-E-N, and that's for Norman E. Nemeth, who's an engraver for the U.S. Mint and has done some great coins. And these coins are valuable and they're beautiful, but the satin finish ones are a lot more valuable. The Type A is the most valuable for the Denver Mint, and the Type B is the most valuable for the Philadelphia Mint. All right, that's all we have today from DC Cornwall International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you might have in the comments section.